So yeah, I'm here with Ranger Katie from Newham.
This has all been a Ranger-led project.
Rethinking the ways that we engage with our food, engage with our urban landscapes and what the potentials could be.
We're going to have parts of the garden distributed to other groups. It's not just going to be a 1 month wonder.
We need residents of cities to be aware they can make green spaces.
A bit more exciting, a bit more imaginative, a bit more, sensational.
I think you've been a ranger since the original programme started back in 2019, 2020?
Well, I filled out my application for the first one. Didn't feel confident enough to submit it.
I remember we talked about this, didn't we? Yeah,
so I sat on it for the best part of a year.
Yeah.
But then when I saw what all the other rangers were getting up to, I thought,
Got
let's
some
give it a
FOMO.
try. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's worked out really well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what have you been up to as a ranger in Newham or in London in general?
Well, in Newham mainly, I do a lot of work on the Olympic Park, conservation work on the Olympic Park. But apart from that, I've got some projects locally, school projects and some community centres as well. And then when I really want to rest, I go to my allotment.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, chill out there.
What have you got there?
Everything's in now. So I've got sweet corn, cow, I've got marrows, I've started this new thing this year called kudu.
Ooh.
I don't know if you've heard of it.
Never heard of that.
It's a vegetable that a lot of the Asian community uses, and it's a mixture between a huge radish and a cucumber.
Oh, wow.
So it's about this tall now, but it's going to go double in height, and they use it for soups and stews and curries and that sort of thing. So I'm looking forward to picking that and actually using it.
So
Yeah.
exciting.
Sounds good.
So yeah, we have our garden Aster of the Senses, and we're going to talk to a few people who came up with the original concept. But you've got some chives here, and it looks like you're taking out the dead bits of
Just
chives.
getting rid of the dead bits of chives. But, it's sort of a forest garden, so you don't expect everything to be clipped and pruned and everything. But, the whole idea was, it was kind of conceived from a session that we had at the Bethnal Green Nature Reserve in 2022. There was about 25 rangers. We were all together and we were all just talking about what we'd like to see in the future. And we talked about a garden with mushrooms and, all the forest fruits and that sort of thing. And got together with some other rangers and the idea was formed. So
As early as 2022, that's amazing. So 3 years in the making.
yeah, well, it was 3 years from when we started talking about it, but I think other rangers were talking about the same sort of thing, and it wasn't until we all got together at one of the huge rangers meeting that we had that we realised that everyone was sort of like thinking along the same lines. So then it was formed.
And you've been sort of very heavily involved in the project, obviously, since it formed. So how have you seen some of the ideas kind of grow and develop and change?
Well, it's interesting because we've all got different ideas, but bringing them together was one thing, but then getting someone who could interpret it into an actual garden or that was the challenge. And one of the rangers knew someone who knew someone, and that's how it was formed. Yeah. And being here now, seeing it come alive, it's incredible. It's really nice. It makes me smile.
Oh, that's what we do it for, to make everyone smile. It's true. And what do you want passers-by to take away from this garden? So obviously it's great for London Natural Park City and rangers, but as people are coming past and we're having conversations with them, what do we want them to take away? What's like the spirit of it?
I think they need to think about the senses, all the senses that we have, how we use them and how they're used in the garden, and also what the garden's telling us as well. And I think people will see it as a practical installation that they could pick bits and take and then interpret it and then do the same thing at home or wherever they've got a green space that they're developing. So that would be a real good thing, a sort of a legacy from having the garden. Also, we're going to have parts of the garden distributed to other groups. And that's going to be really great because we know that they can look after it. It's not just going to be a 1 month wonder. And I think that's going to be really great going forward. It'll help other people to learn what we do and maybe get some more rangers on board.
That is the dream. I like to think of the Aster like spreading all over London. I've actually signed up to get some at our Jordan Way Community Gardens in Coulston, where I am in the borough of Croydon. So
Is that a community garden with young people, old people, or mixture?
it's a mix. So we've only lived there since sort of early last year, but they have this community garden, and people who've lived there much longer say that the council used to renovate it and keep it clean and tidy, but because Croydon Council is chronically underfunded, not allowed to get into politics, but it's lost a lot of funding. So but it used to be, people used to have like wedding photos there, and it used to be a really central place. So from my understanding, it was sort of in a state of disrepair, and a lot of people have come together. People water it every day. We did a little fundraiser to get like a hose and some other bits, but there are people who live very, very locally and are coming over, doing it morning and evening and planting things and pruning things. So I've been down there a couple of times, and it is just lovely. And also I've met so many people doing it, and that is one of the things, like in any volunteer and community activity, you meet people, and like-minded people as well.
That's the beauty of doing things on a voluntary basis. You dip in and out as and when you can, but you know that when you're there, you want to be there. It's not like your 9-to-5 job, and you get to meet so many different people, and you can't assume to know everything. And when you meet other people, they tell you about their cultures, their way of doing things. You always come away with something. So I think it's definitely worth it. And you talked about money and that sort of thing. It doesn't have to cost a lot of money.
Agreed, yeah.
And that. So I think that's what I'd like for people to take away as well, that it is affordable and achievable.
Yeah.
That's my two main things.
Definitely. So you're going to be here for the main event as well?
Yeah, I'll be here for most days next week. Looking forward to it. I've had a sneak preview of some of the other gardens, and some of them we met previously at an RHS function. So we're all wishing each other good luck and everything. And it's going to be really nice to see all the gardens finished and see the public come across and have a look and comment.
Yeah.
The beauty about our garden is that you can actually come onto it, and normally it's hands off. So that's the difference between our garden and some of the others. And I hope people enjoy the touch and the feel and that side of it as well.
And the smells.
The smells, yeah.
Because I was planting some basil and various herbs earlier, and I just was overwhelmed. It was just wonderful.
Yeah, it's lovely.
I want to have those smells all the time.
Exactly, yeah. So I think if they can take that away with them as well, then that would be great. So.
Oh, well, thank you for the chat. It's been wonderful. Thank you very much. And we'll see you next week.
London has been given the first ever national park city status.
London, the world's first national park city.
Come and enjoy, because life's too short, really and truly.
And London, wow, what an amazing city.
So, greener,
Healthier
and wilder.